All right, James. So chat is better at being a detective than we are. I had totally forgotten. First blood happened in the top left side of the map. That's how we knew where it was. The SCV died on that ramp to the stalker.
Right.
All right. So thank you, chat, for saving our bacon. But we are in game number 2. It's still the OlimoLeague. It's still a best of 3. And spawning here in the top right corner of the map is going to be the pink newcomer, Pigbaby.
Hey, why are you introducing Pigbaby?
Oh, you want to introduce him?
Know that I represent him.
Okay, go ahead. You introduce him.
Hey, it's too late.
No, we're starting over.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back to the OlimoLeague, guys. It's a fresh best of 3. Or it's not a fresh best of 3. It's game number 2 in this best of 3. James, would you kick off these intros?
Sure thing. Starting on the 1 o'clock position, one of my boys, proud to present you the pink Pigbaby. I fucked that up really hard too.
And his opponent in the bottom left, he's up 1 at the moment. He's played in many OlimoLeagues so far. It's Salvation.
Wow.
All right, get the giggles out of our system now. So game number 2, this is a map everyone's going to be more comfortable with. This is something that Pigbaby and Salvation have probably played more than any other map. It's the one map that's never vetoed. It's the one map that's always picked. It's probably the most common one they play on ladder if I had to just take a stab in the dark. So for the fact that Pigbaby loses game 1 and picks a very comfortable, very standard map, this does not surprise me at all. In fact, this is, I think, to be expected.
Because I also, at the end of the game too, or after the game, I told Pigbaby, dude, you didn't really need to go in. Do you know how much damage you've done? Salvation only had 9 SCVs left. He's like, what the hell? So yeah, absolutely had no idea exactly how much damage he's done. And he just wanted to, because he didn't know Inferno Pool at all. He just wanted to get it out of the way.
I mean, 9 SCVs is hard to come back from. It's not impossible, but I think, like, if Pigbaby really wanted to fight that one out, I mean, he knew his opponent didn't have a 3rd CC. He knew that the SCV count was low. He didn't know how low, of course, but whatever. It wasn't even 9, by the way. At the end of that game, I think it was down to like 7 because he had killed 2 more on the retreat on that attack. So it was even worse. But regardless, this game starts off with an Engineering Bay block. I kind of like this move. He did open the Reaper follow-up, so he'll be able to chip away at the Zealot. But not for too long. That Engineering Bay really did not get a lot of health. It's almost worried he wasn't going to get the cancel.
Reaper's not going to get much done.
No, sadly not. But scouting's going to be pretty key.
But on Overgrowth, it's actually pretty difficult to be scouting in with the Reaper. You pretty much have like one path to get into opponent's base, and it's very predictable.
Yes, agreed. Very difficult, 100%. But I mean, if you're not trying, if you get to burn a scan. And Yoda is still the only Terran player I've seen in the last like 6 months of StarCraft 2. He'll say, screw the Reaper, let's just scan anyways. So I don't know that Salvation is going to take that route, but I mean, you know, I know, we all know, anyone who's played Terran knows how big of a deal it is to scout that 6-minute-ish timing. You need to know whether it's a Twilight Council, like what's coming down, or if it's a Robo, or what the tech path's going to be. Because last game was a start, like, you're already kind of, I don't think shaken up, but you know, like, okay, my opponent opened with the proxy Stargate. Like, god damn it, we gotta watch out for things. Ooh, I like these Hellions. Yeah. Alright, so because Blink's on the way, I actually kind of wish Salvation would have gone Widow Mines. Of course, he doesn't know this, but this is the one Protoss build that is severely neutered when it comes to detection. So, Blink is pretty darn good. I mean, 2-base Blink all in, this is something more like we'd see out of Stardust, right? I mean, this is going to be something a lot harder to hold, not nearly as easily recovered from, but hits at a later timing, so maybe Salvation can make the right moves. But one thing he's going to have to scout is what is coming. So as the Reaper goes towards the main, tries to run past the Stalkers, they are going to stop the Reaper, and looks like the Overcharge denies the Hellion, so no scouting and no damage done. This is a terrible opening for Salvation.
Widowmines are out now.
Yeah. Okay, so this drop, though, the Hellions are kind of meant to live, maybe do a bit of probe kit damage, but then follow up afterwards while the Widowmine drop goes off. But while this is kind of scary for Pigbaby, he does have a Robo on the way. The problem is the timing is going to be not synced up for this.
Not at all. Yeah, even though it was a later Widowmine drop than what it could have been. Still, there's a window of opportunity that these Widow Mines can do a fair bit of damage. Boosting away.
I mean, even with the Observer coming out, even if it wasn't on the way, you can still pull the probes. You can avoid the damage. But alright, Stalker's here to intercept, knowing this is on the way. Probes are going to get pulled. Observer's out by the looks of it. Does get a shot on the Stalker, not too bad. Second one not so good on that one probe, but still, not too bad. I'd be so sick of Salvation Scan to pick up the Observer, but Medevac is going to go down by the looks of it. That's a little unfortunate. Widow Mines still on recharge for a long time, so while the Marines get cleaned up, the Widow Mines will also die. And for this, he denies a little bit of mining, but as we see, Pigbaby just went to the natural and really kept his calm through this.
It's not even the real damage at this point. There's something flying into the natural though. The Widow Mine? Am I not following your screen? I was?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, I was a little bit slow.
That's right.
Oh, how did that not splash the Observer?
Die?
Because yeah, I always forget. Look at the you click on it, you can see it's clearly not ranged because of the thing on the bottom. Stupid Observers being in the air and stuff, ridiculous. I'm sure.
Like weird situation. Protoss. A lot of Protoss players actually lose their Observer, thinking, yeah, it's not gonna hit it, and then it does, and they go, God damn it.
Yeah. Well, with 5 Marines still in tow, though, this is not like it can be ignored. In fact, Pigbaby's gonna start investing in some cannons. I like this. This will not only cut down the fear of possible Widow Mine follow-up, but also just guarantee that drops will not be as much of a nuisance. Usually buys you a bit of time to respond with warp-ins. But other side of the field, we do have Salvation starting to move up towards that later game tech. So Stim on the way, Marauder's going to be out soon. But I believe through all of this, he did scout the Robo Bay. If he didn't, I'll be very sad. No, he didn't. Oh my god. So 2 drops. He did see 2 forges. He might be thinking Pigbaby's playing a little bit greedy, which admittedly he is. But with getting Colossus out behind this, he should be able to deal with any sort of early bio pushes. Drops might be a little bit painful. This tank is certainly weird to see. It's not like King Sejong Station where you get that sweet spot you can abuse or anything. But
well, I think what he's gonna try to do is, you know how in TVT a lot of Terrans use that ledge over there.
Yeah.
Make the sound, draw out Pigbaby's army and go into the main with Marauders. Maybe. I don't think he made the tank to deal some damage, but rather just to draw the unit out.
That'd be cool to see him use it like that. I would also love if it was like a total misclick and he's like, oh yeah, oops. Not playing mech or something. I don't, no, very unlikely. Salvation's a good player, but yeah, I mean, it does, at the very least, it does outrange the Colossus, but the damage pales in comparison when it's only just 1. That range is really hard to use. It's hard to draw the units out, but yeah, as you said, this little cliff over here you might be able to abuse, but not heading that direction.
I think you are right. It could have been a mistake. Oh.
Well, mistake you might be able to still use. Cover his landing area. His LZ. Probably get picked off pretty quick, or not.
Oh?
What? No, no.
Oh? Donation.
Donation, yeah. Oh yeah, a little unfortunate they did lose the Marine and the Marauder, but hardly the end of his game. Copper Shields will be finishing up here in a moment's time, and it looks like these medevacs are going to go around the map to that 3rd instead. The problem is, this classic Terran right now is you've got so much across the map, you've got nothing at home. If Pigbaby had hit him with even just like a 4 Zealot warp-in, I mean, it could be annoying to deal with. Oh, the Observer sees this too. Nice positioning by Pigbaby.
Well, Pigbaby's kind of famous for it, right? He wrecked Teja and Bomber with these
wicked observers.
Stupid amount of observers.
Yeah, Blaze on top of the tank though, and while this goes on, we do have double drops and loading towards the main. Yep. Gonna try and stim in. We do have the photon overcharge pop off. Not quite focusing down the Nexus, but going for the Zealots that are warping in. Charge not done just yet.
It's quite, it's pretty smart.
Yep.
It means there's no escape plan for all these units.
It also means nothing's really taking damage to this, though. Here comes the Colossus. Left side of the map gets flanked. Tries to go for the Colossus. Realizes there's too many Zealots. Picks up. Backs away. Stalker's heading back towards the main. Gets the Nexus pretty darn low. I wonder if he had, if he just focused all of his damage into that, maybe he could have picked it off. I don't know. It's a tough call, but this does soften it up where Pigbaby now has to be very aware that a follow-up drop could execute this a little bit later on, even if shields regenerate. But, man, James, you know what I can't help but look at right now?
What?
That 3-3 getting chronoed out for the Protoss. Oh, this is gonna be...
disgusting!
Yep. Marines are going to tickle the Zealots at best, especially through Guardian Shield. I mean, 2-2's on the way for Salvation, but sadly as a Terran player, you don't have any sort of Chrono Boost, so it's going to definitely be 3-3 by the time...
Yeah, this is really fast upgrades from Pigbaby.
Yeah, he playing a little bit greedy with those upgrades, but got away with it. Not something that often happens. Salvation hardly close to pulling the boys, but I mean...
Well, if he does, he's going to lose straight out.
Yeah.
Because just... by the time SCVs arrive, I think Pigbaby's gonna have his 3-3 finished.
Well, most of the main once more.
No!
What was this drop trying to accomplish? I guess it does distract a little bit as he moves in through the left side of the map. No stalkers over here actually. It starts with the Colossus a little bit exposed. Vikings get some free shots off, but he focuses the Nexus and backs away. Nice moves out of Salvation.
Pigbaby saw all that with the observer.
Yeah.
Pity they're missing it over there.
Well, I think he was just so focused on that drop in the main. I mean, it is easy to tunnel vision in StarCraft 2, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's why none of the stalkers were here. Like, it's so weird to see, like, okay, a low amount of stalkers, sure, but like no stalkers.
Out of panic, I think he actually pressed F2 too. All the observer that were in position.
Oh, jeez.
Joined up with the army.
Yo, I think it's dumb that the observers get caught in that F2 button.
Yeah, I think it's retarded.
I think Roddy had put a tweet out the other day saying, like, you know, if queens don't, the observers shouldn't. I kind of agree. That'd be kind of cool to see. But at the same time, everyone who's good at the game will tell you don't use F2, noob. So, you know, whatever. He will level the Colossus, and he's kiting quite well behind this. Zealots can't quite connect. Last Colossus is going to go down, and now it's just mostly Marines and Marauders versus what is a small handful of Zealots. The Stalkers are nowhere close to the fight, trying to blink forward, but as the Zealots start getting weeded out, so do a lot of Salvation Zone units. Charge letting them connect, charge letting them get that damage.
That Colossus, Archon, and Zealot reinforcements. I think Pigbaby's gonna rip through this.
Oh, the medevac's getting focused. Devastation. Oh, this is so heartbreaking too. Well, Salvation for a small amount of units. Well, the upgrades didn't work out so poorly. I was really worried this was going to be a big fight that came around with Pigbaby has 3-3 and, you know, Salvation's barely fighting on 1-1, but there was still a really nasty fight. And I don't know that he's got the tools to deal with this, to be honest. If you think
Salvation actually has 2-2 finished and 3-3 on its way.
Yeah, but his army supply is just so low. I mean, he's going to have to pull the boys, but he's going to have to pull them defensively. Yeah, as we see, getting ready to put those SCVs on the front lines, but they're going to get melted by the Archons.
Yeah. And seeing all this, Pigbaby doesn't even need to go in.
Yeah, this forces Salvation to fight. Salvation knows where he's at.
Time warp on top of all the Terran army. Archon's gonna shoot through everything, and this will be GG more or less.
Man, Zealots are so freaking good. They can take shots for days from Marauders. Good game is called, and Pigbaby will tie up the series 1-1. Congratulations to him. It'll be Salvation's pick for the last match.